All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace up the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. Yeah.
All right, well, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, January 30th, 2024. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. How's it going?
Going pretty good. Going pretty well.
All right. Well, had a busy weekend.
Yeah, we did.
And, doing good on my picks over the weekend, actually. We didn't do a show on yesterday because we had some stuff going on, but we done. But on Friday's show, I gave out picks for Friday, and then the NFL games over the weekend. I went 4-0 in the NBA on Friday night. Went 2-1 in hockey on Friday night. Went 1-0 in college basketball on Friday night, and then on the NFL over the weekend, I went 1-1. So I was 8-2 with my picks. That puts me at I have it somewhere here. 96 and 81 on the year so far.
I ended up going 9-5. I was 3-3 on my picks for Friday. 1-1 in college, 1-1 in hockey, and 1-1 in the NBA. Saturday I did real good on my NHL picks. I was 5-1. And then I went 1-1 on my NFL picks. So I ended up 9-5 for the weekend. I'm 103-65 right now.
All right. Also, over the weekend, we had the big championship games. We now know who the Super Bowl is going to be. Yes. Chiefs and Niners. I think Niners are 1 point.
Up there, they're saying 1.5.
I've seen 1.5 favorites. So are you surprised that the 49ers are the favorites?
I think it's a toss-up game. So, no, I mean, I think it's a toss-up game. I mean, Chiefs' defense is looking pretty good, but honestly, I didn't get to see the Baltimore game live. But after seeing the highlights and stuff, Baltimore should win that game, Chris.
They turnovers killed them, and just mistakes, personal fouls, and just a lot of uncharacteristic stuff for a Baltimore team.
I think the pressure got a little bit to Jackson. He held the ball a lot, didn't take off and run when I thought he should have. So.
He was hesitant, real hesitant.
Yeah, I think the pressure got to him a little bit.
From the little bit I've seen, I didn't get, like I said, I didn't get to watch the game. Didn't get to watch that game. He was at a wrestling show.
But San Francisco's got to get off to a better start. They have a start against Kansas City like it is against Detroit. They're going to be in trouble.
Hey, what's up, Billy?
But I do think overall Detroit's got a better offense than what Kansas City's got. I know some people probably going to kill me for saying that, but I really believe that. Overall, I think they've scored more points than what Kansas City has this year. But I think it's going to be a toss-up game. We'll root for San Francisco, root for Purdy.
I don't that's what I was telling somebody yesterday because they were saying they didn't think that they thought the Chiefs had been the favorites, and I said basically if it's a one, they have it at one. That's almost a pick 'em. I mean, to me it's basically a pick 'em because usually I know it's a neutral site game, but a lot of times the home team is going to get 2 to 3 points. Well, being a neutral site game to me, if it's at 1.5, that's basically a pick 'em. I think it's going to be a real good game. I have the 40 right now. I'm going with the 49ers. We have 2 weeks, so who knows? I could end up changing, but I don't think I will. I picked the 49ers at the beginning of the season, and
I want San Francisco's.
I hope Brock Purdy has a big game.
Yeah, I do too. Shut up some of the people, but one thing I have to say though, if I'm going to pick Kansas City, it'd be one reason. It'd be Patrick Mahomes. If they win, it's going to be because of him. And their defenses play pretty well for the most part, but that's the one big advantage, and that's not taking anything away from Purdy. I think Purdy's done great, but Mahomes has been there and he's done it and he's done it and he's done it. So that's the big advantage they have. Their defense right now is playing better, even though San Francisco's defense played good in the second half. They've not played super great the last few games this year, so it's going to be interesting. And again, I think it's
San Francisco.
I pick them.
They can't get off to a slow start a real slow start like they have the last 2 games. Because chances are you get down by 17 against Kansas City, you're not coming back. And nothing and that ain't a shot at the Lions. It's just you get down by 17 to Patrick Mahomes, you're in Andy Reid. Most times you're going to lose. So I think San Francisco has to get off to a quicker start, but I think it's going to be. But I think San Francisco is going to be able to run the ball. I think McCaffrey will have a big game. But I look for Purdy to be able to complete some passes down the field to Debo and to George Kittle. So.
And big thing for both teams, turnovers. Whoever wins the turnover battle may win the game.
Yeah, yeah, that sucks, Billy. Yeah, I had Baltimore winning that game too. I thought I picked Baltimore to beat them by 10 points. I did. I didn't think that was going to be. I didn't think that was going to be a real close game. I really did. I thought Baltimore. I mean, if you looked at all the good teams Baltimore had played, they had dominated. It just. Yes. I thought Baltimore would be them around 10 points, but no, that was. I was wrong in Kansas City, but was able to control most of that game, but a lot of it, to me, was from what I've seen, was self-inflicted by Baltimore too.
Yep. Had some dumb penalties.
Well, and how do you only hand the ball off to your running back 6 times the whole game? That's not Baltimore. No. That's not what they usually do. No. I think they tried. I think they outsmarted themselves trying to.
I agree.
Trying to catch Kansas City off guard, and I think they outsmarted themselves and got completely away from what they had done all season.
I agree 100%.
Billy says San Francisco with the over. Oh, what is the over under? I could see it being the over because it's probably, I would say it's in the 40s. I think both teams are going to be close to 20, 21. I'd say let's see. 47.5 is what he said. Yeah, that's what they have it on FanDuel as well, Billy. 47.5. Yeah, I think they'll get over 47.5. I can see it being like a 27-24 game or 30-27, something like that. But you just never know about Super Bowls, though. We've seen no points, and you might see a shootout. This will be Chiefs' 4th Super Bowl in 5 years.
Yep. Yeah, they are. I mean, they get compared to the Patriots. Are they the new Patriots? Kind of. Yeah, I can see that comparison.
They need to. Yeah, I think they need to win this one because if they lose this one, they be what 2 and 2, which I mean isn't bad. But yeah,
No.
they're the closest thing that we've seen so far to anybody having some kind of a dynastic run like the Patriots. Speaking of that, if you didn't see the interview with Tom Brady on McAfee today, go check that out. That was a good interview.
Yeah, it
You
was.
don't get like I said, you don't see Brady on shows just talking like that very often. So it was all right. NBA tonight. I end up going with 3 games. Oh, Billy said you think Mahomes has to prove anything? I don't think he has anything to prove.
Nope.
Now it's just about to me just it's about adding on to your legacy. It's not really. I mean, I don't think he has anything. He's already proved that he's one of the best quarterbacks
Add
that
on
we've
to his
seen.
legacy, and could he end up being one of the greatest of all time? Maybe the greatest of all time eventually. Because I mean, he's a young guy. I mean, he could still play another 10 years. So I mean,
Yeah. The NBA, I'm going with 3 games. First game, Indiana Pacers at the Boston Celtics. The Pacers are, excuse me, the Celtics are 8-point favorites. So I'm taking the Pacers at the +8. Pacers have been playing some good basketball. I'm not sure if Halliburton's playing, but even if he's not, I think it's going to be a close game, even if the Pacers was to lose. So I like the 8 points. Next game, Utah Jazz at the New York Knicks. The Knicks are 4.5-point favorites at home. Over under for that game is at 230.5. I like the Knicks at the -4.5 at home against the Jazz. And then I'm going to take the Chicago Bulls at home. They're minus 6.5 against the Toronto Raptors. Over under for that game is at 226. But I like the Bulls at home at the -6.5. So that's going to be my NBA picks for tonight.
yeah, my NBA picks for tonight. I've got Utah at New York. I'll take New York -4, and I have Toronto at the Bulls. I'll take the Bulls -6.5. That's my NBA picks for tonight.
Yeah, I agree, Billy. He's proved himself. I mean, he's won in the biggest moments, and a lot more than what he's lost. So, and he don't turn the ball over in the playoffs. That's another big key to his success in the playoffs. They don't turn the ball over. St. Louis, okay, NHL. I'm going to take the St. Louis Blues on money line at home against the Blue Jackets, and I'm going to take the Kraken on the road against the Sharks. Only 2 games tonight in NHL.
Yeah, we'll get ready to go into. I think there's only like one tomorrow night. We'll get ready to go into the All Star
All-Star
break.
break.
Yep. My NHL picks for tonight, pretty much the same as you. I got Columbus at St. Louis. I'll take St. Louis money line. I've got Seattle Kraken money line at San Jose. That's my NHL picks. Do you have any college basketball?
Yeah, yeah. College basketball. I'm taking North Carolina at the -8.5 on the road at Georgia Tech. I'm gonna take Marquette at the +1.5 on the road at Villanova. And I'm gonna take Texas Tech at the +4.5 on the road at TCU.
Okay, I've got 2 college basketball picks. I've got Bowling Green at Ball State. I'll take Ball State +1, and I've got Northern Illinois at Central Michigan. I'll take Central Michigan -4. That's my 2 college basketball picks for tonight.
Ball State's been playing some pretty good basketball.
They have as of late. Yeah,
They got off to a slow start in conference play, but then here as of late, they've really turned it around. Been playing. They blew a game last Saturday. They should have won, but since then they've been playing some pretty solid basketball. I don't know if he's one of the smallest, Billy, because I know you got. I can't remember his exact size, but he ain't like huge, but I think he's more of a closer to probably like an average size QB. But yeah, he's good. Could throw that ball from all different angles. They find ways to make plays. And I don't understand if you're Baltimore how you let Travis Kelsey kill you like that. You know he's their weapon. He's the guy you have to worry about.
Yep.
And seems like you have a better plan to try to take him away. But if you look at his playoff numbers, I mean they showed his playoff numbers on McAfee yesterday. Man, it was like, damn.
Yeah. He had
like 12 playoff games. He has 13 touchdowns.
He had a big day.
I think the least amount of catches he's had in the playoff game has been 5. His worst playoff game is 5 catches for 71 yards. That's his worst playoff game. I forget how many, and it was most of them he had over 100 yards, but yeah, his worst was 5 catches for 71 yards. And that's over the last like 12. I think that was his last 12 or 13 playoff games. It's just, I don't know. People, you'd think they'd find ways to try to slow him down, but easier said than done. Do you have anything else for today?
No, I think I'm good to go.
Starting to slow down a little bit game wise with the NFL or college football being over. Baseball, hey, we're a little less than a month away from where, or we're less than a month away from where pitchers and catchers report. Not too far from spring training starting.
Yeah, that's true. Looking forward to it. Looking to see what our Cincinnati Reds can do.
Dak still must go.
I don't think it's going to happen, Belly. I understand your sentiment, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. At least not next. At least I think he'll be there at least next year.
According to what Jerry and Steven said last year, you got 9 more years.
9 more years. That's worse than having a president for 4 years. 4 more years. This is 9 more years. 9 more years. Man.
But yeah, still got a couple NFL jobs open. Everybody thought Johnson was going to go to Washington, but he announced today that he's staying with the Lions, so he's not going to take a head coaching job again this year. That's 2 years in a row. He's been a real hot name and has decided to stay. I think that's smart. I understand there's only 32 of the jobs, so when you get an opportunity, it's hard to turn it down and hope you get another one. But I think it's also smart to be patient because if you don't get the right job, chances are you're not going to be there very long. So
that's true.
If you can wait and try to get to what you think's the best possibility for you, and if you don't feel like the ones that are available that are set up the way that's going to be set up in a way you can be successful. I mean,
yeah.
But also understands a lot of money and it's hard to turn down. So, but yeah, he's going to stay there with Detroit one more year, at least. So I don't know who'll be I know the one guy from Houston. His name has been mentioned a lot. Their offensive coordinator at Slowick.
Yeah,
he'd been mentioned a lot with Washington. I still kind of think Bill Belichick might sneak in there in Washington. You ain't hearing nothing about him going there, and sometimes it just comes out of nowhere in somebody.
Yeah, it does.
But you still got Vrabel out there too.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe that he hasn't went anywhere. I thought somebody would take him, but
I know, but they think some people think Belichick might end up on TV.
He might.
McAfee done said if Belichick's gonna go the TV route, he's gonna try to get him on his show at least one. He said at least once a week. Yeah, he's already made it known. He's already made it known twice. He said the other day and the day that if Belichick's available for be on TV, he's going to definitely try to get him.
Speaking of McAfee, what do you think about him going back to WWE? Going to be full time on Monday Night Raw.
Oh, I think he does great on the commentary. I think him and Cole are good together. So I think it's a good thing. I think Mondays will work a little better with his schedule,
Yeah,
like we
I think
kind of
that's why
talked
they did it.
about. And then, but no, it's nice to see him back. Well, it might only be till football season starts back up next year, maybe.
I don't think so. I think that's why he's going to be on Mondays.
Well, that might be too. So.
Corey Graves was announced earlier. He's going to be the new lead announcer on SmackDown. And the guy, you told me his name last night.
Oh, Wade Barrett.
He's going to be the color guy on SmackDown. So they're going to give Corey Graves a shot at play-by-play.
He hasn't been in that position, has he?
He's done some off and on. I mean, not as the full play-by-play, but he does some play-by-play. I think he'll do well.
Oh, I think he'll do good too. I like Graves. I've always thought Graves does a good job. I like Graves. Well, I thought Graves and Cole and McAfee was a good combination at Royal Rumble.
Yep. The only thing, and I'm not putting down McAfee, but being away from the product for a while hurt him a little bit because he watches as much as he can. I think, and he said today he's got to get caught back up on things.
Yeah.
So I think once he gets caught back up on things, he'll be, dynamite like he was before. He'll be outstanding. Not that he did a bad job. I'm not saying that.
But but he even said I gotta get caught back up on things. I didn't know everything that was going on, and
there's new people there. There's new people on the shows that he knew some of them from NXT because they had moved up or been brought back.
Well, not just that. There's new people in your ears too.
Yep. True.
He talked about that a little bit too. So new people in your ear, but I think he'll be right back to, like you said, the level he was. It's like anything else. You haven't done it for a while. Your first couple times going to take you.
I noticed some changes in how they're doing production now. The guy that they brought in to take over production after they got rid of that guy, been there forever, was from ESPN. And you can see he's showing people coming in to the stadiums and or wherever the venues with suitcases and stuff like they do football players and basketball players. They did a lot of that. They showed a lot of promos, not promos, but when they get ready to go to break, who was getting ready to come up, and they would show 3 or 4 different slides of that person or that tag team and a lot of stuff. You see more of see a little bit more of a sports presentation in a way. I mean, you can tell the changes already.
McAfee said that now on their monitors, they have a split screen on their monitors now that they used not to. He said, so that kind of caught him off guard. He said you go from full screen all of a sudden, it'd go to split screen, then it'd go back. He said he says that was something that was a little different that he has to get used to.
And they're because they're right now on breaks, they're going more to the not taking a complete commercial break. They're doing the double screen things, and that's something that he wasn't used to.
Well, I guess they didn't do on the monitors. They used not like they used not showed like that on the monitors. Okay. It was just, I guess for them, it was just the full screen. The way he was making it sound, at least, but maybe they used to. I'm not sure how they do that. You would think they'd be able. I don't know. Yeah, you think because when they do replays, they'll be talking about a replay. So you think they'd be able to see that? Maybe it's on 2 different screens or something.
I don't know. But I think it's a good move for them to bring McAfee back. I think McAfee's excited to be back, and I just wonder how long this has been in the works, or if it was just something, boom.
I'm wondering if it hadn't been in the works for a while because you fire a guy right around the time football season's end, and then here's McAfee.
Yep. Maybe
it'll be just the timing of it, or maybe they, but the way maybe they because the way McAfee talked, they called him and asked him if he wanted to do commentary for the Rumble, so it didn't sound the way he made it sound was like he made it sound like it was kind of more of the last second thing.
Well, I know he had a good relationship with Vince, but I think he's got even just as good or even better relationship with Triple H. So
And he has a real good relationship with that Khan.
Yep.
He has a good relationship with that Nick Khan too, and Cole, which I know Cole ain't like a head guy, but he's been around. I mean, he's been around there for a long time, and
What do you think they're going to do? I mean, it's pretty intriguing now, and then they kind of changed the story up a little bit when they had Seth come out and try to talk Cody into being the going for that belt. So, do you think now that since they lost Punk, do you think they could switch that and then have The Rock come in after Roman? I don't think the fans would go for it. I mean, even though the promo was very good and it made sense in a lot of ways that he should go after that belt because that is the working man's belt. That would be the belt that Dusty would go after probably now if he was around. But I still think the story is him and Roman myself. But who do you put against Seth? A lot of people are saying Gunther.
yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what they
Or
do.
could it be Drew? I mean, they're really propping Drew up as one of the main heels. I know they had some real good segments on there. That Drew and Punk segment.
I hope they go Drew, and I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him let Drew get the title.
Win the title. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I think it'd be a great
Let
match.
him have a run with some when fans are there.
Yep.
And I think you could go Orton, and it'd be good too.
Yep. People are talking now since R-Truth got attacked by the Judgment Day and Miz saved him, talking about the Awesome Truth maybe going after the belts at WrestleMania together. As hot as
That'd be cool. I wouldn't mind that.
as hot as R-Truth is.
Miz is good, great too. Them two together, them two together is a home run anyway. So yeah, I would. And yeah, you put them against the Judgment Day, you could.
Yep. So they got a lot of
Especially with
different
the heat that Dom can get, and then the way the fans get behind Truth.
Yep. Oh, Truth is hot as
he's
anybody.
he's hilarious, man. That stuff. But all right. If you missed the G.W.R. 2023 award show last night, go check it out. Facebook and YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Also, Warrior Pro Wrestling from Sunday. Warrior Pro Wrestling 28, the Riot 3. If you missed it, go check it out. Had a steel cage match to kick off the show. Had a 15-minute Riot, which is kind of like a Royal Rumble match. Or 15 man. Did I say minute? 15 man Riot, not minute. I thought about it. Wait a minute. Okay. It did also have the main event, which was a Blake Money Right Open Challenge, and the challenger was no other than IK3, and it was an awesome match. And I would say it's not done. It looks
Hopefully not. I want to see it some more.
So go check that show out. We'll be live this Saturday from Crawfordsville, Indiana, with NGW. Our show starts at 6:30.
It's got a dog collar match on there.
Yeah, gonna have a dog collar match on there. Should be a good show. Both times we've been in GW, they've had good shows and a good crowd. Especially that last show we was at, that place was packed. So join us Sunday for that. We'll be back tomorrow right around 3 with another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. We appreciate everybody watching. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube, like and follow Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.